Hey everybody, how you doing? Well, that's good. Welcome to PHLY Flyers, presented by Bet365, and Flyers opening week is brought to you by our friends at Crooked Tea. That's right. Make sure you pick up this Brandon Graham strip sack pack, brought to you by our presenting sponsor this week, Crooked Tea. My name is Bill Matz. I am your director of fun and games for the afternoon. Joining me live in the Xfinity studio, it is Broad Street Hockey's own Kelly Hinkle. What's going on today, Hanks?
Happy opening day, William.
It is. We have
Question
hockey.
mark? Happy.
It is. We have hockey as soon as today's show ends. There is a 5 o'clock puck drop between the Panthers and Blackhawks. Obviously, a premier matchup of the defending champs and a team that's been in the top 2 or 3 in the draft the last couple of years. It'll never end. It'll never end with the Blackhawks being in primetime games.
The NHL really can't wrap their mind around the idea that perhaps another team would be more fun to watch.
Like, I get it, Connor Bedard, next face of the league or whatever.
Stinks.
But
Stinks.
like, he's not
Bust.
He hasn't really been awesome. He's
No.
been good. He hasn't been great.
Average winger.
Like Macklin Celebrini could very well be better.
Matvei Michkov better.
If one of them is going to make Team Canada, it's probably going to be Celebrini. We'll see. But it is cool. Tonight we have actual regular season hockey, a triple header on ESPN that at least one baseball announcer won't be watching, but we will be, damn it, as we get ready to start today's show. We had some reactions and stuff Charlie and I had yesterday to the final roster, or at least what the roster is for opening night, and of course the Ryan Ellis trade, and I wanted to get your thoughts on some things right now, Hinks.
Cool.
I want to start with Jett Luchanko and Nikita Grebenkin making the team. It is not Alex Bump. That's kind of the guy. I thought if one was going to make it, it was going to be him. We have 2 on offense, neither Alex Bump, but I am excited to see how they use Grebenkin and how they use Luchanko in the early going.
I'm waiting to see what the actual lineup is for Thursday before I make any kind of judgment on this. I'm just going to be very annoyed if they kept Luchanko up here to sit him in the press box. But
I do wonder.
The vibe is very much Jett Luchanko sitting in the press box. Like, that seems like the vibe to me.
It feels as if he's going to get into some games and then we'll see.
Yeah.
But they definitely want to extend his stay here as long as possible. It almost, and I think they want to get him into NHL games. It maybe doesn't have to be opening night against the defending champs, and he'll get at least some of the 9-game tryout before they make any decisions. It does feel a little bit like they're holding him hostage from Guelph and being like, trade him. You're not getting him back. Get something for him.
If that's what they're doing, I respect
to the London Knights.
Yeah,
like they are attempting to force a trade to the London Knights, or maybe they just want to keep him. It does feel like more important than him getting into games, which I do think he's going to get into games.
I'm sure he will. Yes, get into.
It's like we want our hands on him, developing him as long as possible.
Yeah,
because we don't want him going back to that place that sucks.
I get that. But also, like, it's got to be more games than not, right?
Yeah.
Because, like, yeah, he'll be in practices, he'll be with the conditioning people, he'll be with the team. All that stuff is great, but he's got to play hockey.
I am like, yes, 82 games. I want to see all of the best possible players, all the guys I want to see, all the guys who may have a hand in the future. And Danny Briere keeps telling us he's a big part of the future. Not playing him seems silly. But I will say, as Charlie and I discussed yesterday, like, opening night, it is a big deal for your respected veterans to get into the lineup. It's not the same because, like, Sean Couturier, like, if he finishes this contract relatively healthy with the Flyers, he is going to blow past Bobby Clark in the all-times game played list for this franchise. Like, that's just the way it's going to go. Just one of Selke, really good. Yeah. Nick Delorier, not that guy. But he is in the locker room, a very respected veteran. Going back to the home opener last year, where it wasn't just some random Tuesday in December that John Tortorella lined up Sean Couturier at left wing, fourth line. It was the home opener.
Sure was.
And that is purposefully disrespectful.
Yes.
I do there was a reason he did it, and it wasn't because he thought he was our 13th or 12th best forward.
No.
No, it's because he wanted to be purposefully disrespectful.
Yes, correct.
Now, this putting Delorier in this position as a respected veteran, I do think is part of the rebuilding relationship between organization and players. The players all tight, like each other, but they all hated the freaking coach last year, and that was obvious. Maybe there's a little bit of repair that needs to go on, and this is a small, stupid part of it.
Maybe. And I mean, obviously it feels a little bit silly to get yourself like worked up about what the line combos might be for game one. Like, doesn't really matter. But some of Tocchet's choices in the last couple of preseason games were a little sus.
It was odd.
They're a little sus. I was a little bit like, all right, what are we doing?
We're keeping Luchanko, but we're not putting him into one of these preseason games. Like, why? There's just a lot of why going on, and maybe we'll get answers to those, and maybe we won't.
Yeah.
I do think the bottom of this lineup is going to be very much a rotation to start the year.
The
fourth line, the bottom D pair. These are things that are going to be moving around. I will say, like, I don't hate the idea of 19-year-old not playing against the dirtiest team in the league on opening night right after they just had a 400 or 300 penalty minute preseason game.
Can we talk about how they received zero discipline?
It's all on Tampa.
Zero. Like, could
the league loves them.
Could Colin Campbell make it any more obvious that he was just like, no, like that team is never getting punished for anything. They can do whatever they want because my sweet boy plays for them or whatever. It's egregious at this point. When I literally laughed when I read it. I was like, you gotta be
like
nothing.
John Cooper got fined. Yeah. There's players suspended. It's all on Tampa.
It was all those filthy Lightning just going after those sweet boys on the Florida Panthers who had to defend themselves, obviously.
Yeah, obviously. No, it's very funny. I will say, though, like...
I thought we were going to get a little help.
Part of the reason that Grebenkin made it... Like, Luchanko's sitting out against Florida. All right. Are we going to sit him out 2 of the first 3 because it's Florida? Like, okay, I don't love it, but sure.
All right.
Grebenkin, part of the reason he made this team, it's like, yeah, he's good, but he's also like big and mean too.
Yes.
Like he had a fight last year where he handled himself well. We're seeing him use his strength to get to the net in the preseason. This is one of the reasons he's here. Him not playing against Florida seems odd. Because, like, yeah, Florida, they're big and tough, but it's not like they've got Ryan Reeves out there. Like, yes, Nick Delorier could very well find himself a fight partner because Florida's not backing down from anyone.
No, but
it's not like there's another designated Nick Delorier.
No, like Florida's toughness is not fighting. It's like boarding you and elbowing you in the head. Like it's that.
And then when you challenge them, it's like, yeah, we're gonna beat you up now.
Right, exactly. So it's the kind of toughness that having Nick Delorier in the lineup doesn't really help with. Like Tkachuk's gonna elbow someone in the head and then get off the ice, and then the fourth line's gonna come on to match up with Nick Delorier. Like, what are we gonna like? Okay,
that's always there is the thing of like the deterrent factor we always talk about.
We always say that, but it doesn't seem
players and coaches believe it exists, but it clearly doesn't.
It doesn't.
Like I always go back to I think it was last year where Jacob Trouba is skating up the ice. And Delorier literally has him by the jersey trying to get him to fight, and Trouba's just ignoring him. And then one of the hits of the year, Freight Train's Garnet Hathaway. Like, I don't know. There didn't seem to be much of a deterrent there.
There isn't a deterrent at all.
But the players and coaches all feel a little better, so that's the lineup. But I do like seeing that Luchanko, they believe having their hands on him will improve his development more so than Guelph, at least for the start of the year. And Grebenkin just earned it. Grebenkin looked good all preseason, and he's here. And Rodrigo Abels will be here as well.
I hope we get Grebenkin at least one of these Florida games, because I would kind of like to see, like, I feel like I'm not 100% on exactly how good he is at the NHL level, like actual hockey skill-wise. So it would be interesting to see him up against arguably the best team in the league. See how he can perform. Hopefully we'll see it, but who knows?
Yeah. We've also got a little disappointing injury news. we were just talking about this defense before the show, and with Cam York out,
Yeah.
and with Rasmus Ristolainen out, this is an ugly, ugly defense. We also have Oliver Bonk and Ethan Sampson are going to start the year on injured non-roster. When you're hurt, you can't be sent down. When
Right.
they're healthy, they'll be sent to the Phantoms, but they can't do that yet. This is ugly. I don't know what else to say. This defense is freaking terrible.
The third pair is like approaching parent Krychek levels of
Like, can't
bad.
play them.
Yeah.
Sort of. I hope York and Sanheim are in the best possible shape a human being can be in.
They're going to play
'Cause they are going to be
700
playing
minutes.
27 minutes in regulation length games.
Yeah. Yeah. It's when you see it listed out like that, it's
Zamula, Sanheim,
great.
Drysdale, Yitting, Sealer, Juleson, Gilbert. We assume Gilbert will be the one who gets sent down, who gets waived when Cam York is healthy. We'll see.
It's real ugly.
This is not good. Like, that's
No.
as bad as, like, all right, we kind of know the goalies are a question mark, but I think I have like a baseline expectation for them to be competent.
Better than last year.
Better than last
Right.
year. I think they might surprise us and be, if not okay, not the worst thing we've ever seen, which is exactly what it was last year.
Mhm.
But like, this defense, listen, maybe Rick Tocchet and his system it'll probably take a few games. Maybe they'll get some things sorted, and when Cam York comes back, it'll look a little more even. But the 6 guys that they're going to trot out there on opening night are
Against the Florida Panthers.
it's like 3 AHLers.
Yeah, it's we were talking before the show and I was like, you know what? Maybe this team's getting a lottery pick and it's not even because of the goaltenders. Like,
Yeah.
it might just be because the goaltenders face 47 shots a night.
Yeah,
every night.
I am interested to see how Tocchet and his staff kind of deploy the defense and
The team
try to keep them clean as much as they can. Like, the whole idea is protecting the goalies so they don't face the sort of high danger chances they did in volume last year. And now it's like, I don't know who's doing that.
Yeah, I mean, like, the only way this is going to work is if Tocchet has some kind of system that will allow this team to play something resembling defense by committee, because, like, you're not, unless it's Sanheim and York, and even that for me is a little, because I'm still not sold on Cam York.
It's just like, at this point, he's an NHL player.
Right,
Like,
yeah.
regardless
I mean,
of what you
on
think
this
of York,
list, he's like, you know.
Yes. But yeah, I'm not sold on Cam York, but
No.
looking at, like, I
He's
see like
Brian
3.5 NHL players here.
So unless it's those two, I don't think that you can depend on any of the remaining pairs of defensemen to do the defense.
Yeah.
Like, it's going to have to be a team effort. So hopefully Tocchet's got some ideas there. Well, I mean, we're going to be learning a whole lot in these first few games because, like, preseason is preseason. It's kind of meaningless. They're just working out kinks. Like, we're going to start seeing exactly how Tocchet's going to have this team playing, who he's going to use, who he's not going to use, who he likes, who he doesn't. The defense is frightening.
Especially considering, like, what we see the line combinations were at practice yesterday, and this defense is kind of a, I don't know, it's kind of kept together with duct tape and like popsicle sticks.
Yeah.
This is kind of going to be a work in progress, especially to start on the blue line. We will see, but perhaps help could be on the way, Kelly Hinkle.
Oh,
because on Sunday, in the trade of the century, Danny Briere was able to move off of the Ryan Ellis contract. Of course, Ellis over $6 million for this year and next year. Moved it to San Jose for a couple of guys who are probably going to be playing the majority of the season in the American League, maybe even in the ECHL. Because of that, right now, the Flyers have some newfound cap space, about $6.64 million. They've got Grundstrom buried. And looking ahead, they still have about a little over $5 million wrapped up in Lawton and Hayes retention. They've got almost $2 million on the Atkinson buyout. All that expires after this year. But with the 6.64 and nobody on LTIR and the accrual, perhaps by the trade deadline or earlier, Danny Briere could be looking to spend some of this cap space on an actual defenseman. And according to Anthony DeMarco over at Daily Faceoff, this isn't just a Nick Grossman, bottom of the lineup, third pair guy. Let's just spend the whole money on a guy because we need a guy. They're looking for a top of the lineup player, most probably a top 4 defenseman, a lefty, maybe to pair with Jamie Drysdale, move Nick Seeler down to the third pair. Suddenly you have a at least watchable third pair. I am excited about this idea that we could actually see some hockey trades that deal from a position of strength. This was speculation, I think, from Anthony, but perhaps informed speculation. A trade centered around, he threw out the idea, a trade centered around Tippett and maybe Andre to bring in Bo Byram from Buffalo.
I mean, I too would like a team to take the players we don't like to give us a player that's better.
It would probably be more than that, but I think that could be. Listen, they have Owen Power, they have Rasmus Dahlin. How many guys do you play? How many guys can you pay? And how bad does he want to be there? Doesn't sound like he's super excited to be in Buffalo, as most aren't.
I was gonna say,
because they're freaking terrible. So I would be interested in something like this. It doesn't have to be Bo Byram, but it would be cool. But the idea of trading a winger, when you do have Michkov, Konechny, Forster, Brink and Grebenkin both on the wing, Peter Martone on his way. We're going to be airing, and I'll show you a preview of it later, a little later, but we're going to be airing the sit down, the Operation Orange and Black that our own Anthony Gargano sat down with the whole Brain Trust.
Nice.
And it's like, yeah, we're all excited about the draft we just had. Like, Martone could be playing for us right now, They think he's NHL ready at this moment. By next year, he's fully cooked. How many wingers do you need? I like the idea of dealing from our one and only position of strength to enhance this defense, which is, as we just said, even with Cam York, very bad.
Yeah, and we need Owen Tippett to be better for a number of reasons.
Yeah.
The preseason did not inspire a lot of confidence on that front. But if for no other reason than he is the obvious centerpiece in a trade, I think. I think he seems like the odd man out on wing just because of the way that we seem to have a lot of shoot first guys. He's also a shoot first guy. As you've said 1,000 times, there's only one puck.
Only one.
Only one guy can shoot it. So if Tippett can maybe put together something resembling a good season, you get halfway through and, there's maybe some injuries on playoff teams, looking for some secondary scoring, whatever. There's a lot of ways you could spin that into a trade that brings you back something good. And I mean, so far, Danny Briere nailing it with the trades.
He has. The thing about it is, like, we have to, I guess, assume we'll be getting Ristolainen back at some point.
I don't remember what he looks like.
Handsome. He's not your
around.
type. Oh yeah, he's not your type.
He's too blonde.
Yeah, he's too
Can't deal with
blonde.
it. Yeah.
A grown blonde man. What are we
weird.
doing here?
Yeah, children are blonde.
Like, Cam York is day to day now. So too at one point was Ryan Ellis, who we haven't seen since. But I assume we'll be getting Cam York back at some point. So I do wonder how this all works out. I do wonder when exactly they'd be looking to pull this trigger. I can't imagine either Philly or Buffalo is like, let's make this trade today.
Oh, no.
I can't imagine that's the case. So I don't know if help is en route immediately, but the fact that it's out there.
But also you have to.
Open for business, at least.
Yeah, and like you said, this is the Flyers dealing from a position of strength because A, we got all this stuff that we can trade. And B, we're not desperate to improve the defense right away because, like, to what end? This is not a playoff team, I don't think.
I'll tell you, the forwards look like they could make.
The forwards look good. That's what's really frustrating.
Like around.
No, but they look good.
They could put up 91 points like freaking Montreal did last year.
And then the defense is just so frightening. And maybe, like we said, like maybe Tocchet's going to put something together that makes this all work. But I don't think that Briere needs to rush into anything. I don't think he needs to make a trade just to get a guy. If the defense is absolute garbage for the entirety of this season, but you can't get a guy that you actually want, like there's no point, like you said, in bringing in just a warm body that might be better
Yeah,
than
that's
Gilbert or
just
whatever.
see
Like that's
just
stupid.
like call up Andre. What are we doing?
Exactly. So I figure, and I mean, I only can assume that Briere is thinking the same thing. They're going to wait and see what they can get. If the trade is there to be made, I'm sure they'll make it. And if not, we're going to have a lot of money in the summertime.
Yeah, that's the thing is with the cap going up, all this dead money coming off. Now the Ryan Ellis situation, you don't have to worry. Oh, well, we don't want to LTIR him because then you don't accrue the space. But we need that $6 million. You don't have to worry about it anymore.
Man. I didn't think that we would be able to ever do that because the money laundering operation in Arizona is gone.
It seems as if this was a mutually beneficial
Yeah, it
thing.
was.
Like
It was.
the San Jose really needed one more roster spot. So they give us 2 guys. They take back a contract that they're going to be able to LTIR, and they can give contracts and they can give roster spots to 2 young players they want in their lineup.
Yeah.
This is actually one of those things that worked for everybody.
Yeah,
But as I said yesterday, it just, I realize the situations are different. The cap situation around the league is different. How did we get more for a guy that isn't going to play? Guaranteed. He is technically retired. Than we did for Shane Gostisbehere, who is, listen, is he what we thought he was going to be his rookie year in 2016?
He's good.
But he's still a good hockey player. He can still play a role for a team.
He would be the easily second or third best defenseman on this team.
Yes, by far.
Yeah.
It just tickles me that
It's very funny.
Chuck Fletcher could get literally nothing and had to give up a second. Meanwhile, a guy making over $6 million who definitely will not play. They got back 2 players who, like, I don't know, are alive.
Yeah, they exist.
And only had to give up a 6th.
It's
and they
pretty
have
wild.
2 6ths.
That could go down as the worst trade in Flyers history.
I mean, it's not a trade.
I guess technically not. No.
A trade means you got something back.
Yeah, we
We
did.
gave them Ghost and a pick and received 0.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway,
All right.
enough of that. We have some other stuff. We have some mailbag questions I want to get to. But first, I got to tell you about our friends at Xfinity. Hockey season is here, ladies and gentlemen. We have the triple header tonight. Thursday is one of the all-time great days, potentially in Philly sports history, with the puck dropping on the hockey season, some football, primetime football with the Birds, and cross your fingers, game 4 of the baseball playoffs. Well, if you want to catch all the action, there's only one place to do it, and it is with Xfinity, because Xfinity is the ultimate sports destination. If you call yourself a sports fan, you gotta get Xfinity. It is the next level way to watch all your favorite teams and all the best games. You get the best picture and sound with the enhanced 4K. You get the multi-view where you can watch up to 4 games at once. Could be huge for game 4 Thursday. And you get real-time notifications and stats right on your television, so you can keep up with all your fantasy teams, all your parlays, and everything in between. Next game day, prove that you're a big fan and not a big fail. Learn more at Xfinity.com. Xfinity, imagine that. Restrictions apply. Multi-view requires Xfinity 4K capable TV box. And while we're here, it's time to tell you about our friends at Bet365. That's right. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. From the 90 million users worldwide to the almost 800,000 live stream events each year, one of the pioneers of live in-game betting, they've got nearly 80 different sports that you can bet on live at any given time. And you know I love that early payout offer. With the Bet365 early payout offer, you're a winner if your team goes up 5 runs in the Major League Baseball playoffs. That's right. Go 5 runs ahead. If you have that team on the money line or if you have them as part of your parlay, you've already won. Doesn't matter how the rest of the game goes. So make sure you sign up for Bet365, because we have breaking news from our friends at Bet365. New customers now get $200 in bonus bets when you bet just $5, win or lose. All you got to do is sign up, use the code PHLY365, deposit $10, and place a bet for $5 to get $200 in bonus bets, whether your bet wins or loses. Bonus bets can be used on the spread, totals, player props, futures, and more. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. Must be 21 or older and physically located in PA. If you or someone who knows a gambling problem and wants help, call 1-800-GAMBLER. All right, let us get to the Ace Hardware Home Services temperature check. Temperature?
You did it.
I said it right.
You
It's
did.
one of those words that I don't know if I know how to say or not. But this is the Ace Hardware temp check, and guess what? It doesn't get much colder than right on the ice, and that's exactly where our own Anthony Gargano got to sit down with the entire Flyers Brain Trust. And guess what? As soon as the show ends tonight, this is going to air at 5 p.m. right here on the PHLY Sports YouTube page. You can check out Anthony's Operation Orange and Black, his sit down with Dan Hilferty, Keith Jones, Danny Briere, and Rick Tocchet. You're not going to want to miss it. So tune in at 5 p.m. for that. Let us show you a little preview.
Do you feel a pressure to move quicker?
No, I feel a pressure to move properly. No, that's it. So it's a simple answer, but we are going to get this right, and you can't rush it. So we would love to have it here right there, a snap of the fingers. For years, the Flyers, prior to the salary cap, were able to fill gaps by outbidding teams for talent that could keep fans interested. That's no longer available. So we have to make sure that we do it properly. So we're going to focus on that.
Do you guys almost check and balance each other? And you're obviously, you need to move in the pace that you're allowed to move in, right? Like to build it. And I'm sure that there's always external pressure. Oh, like when's it coming back? Because I don't think people realize, Danny, that it didn't start after 2010 and after that Giroux team, right? Because everything kind of gets pushed together as one. In reality, it's a lot of years, it's a lot of people. Like, this is just fresh. This is new.
Yeah. And you ask about checks and balances. I mean, we have it, either by the salary cap or some of the contracts that are holding us back, or by where the prospects are at in their development. That's and believe me, it's tough at times. We sit here and like, okay, this guy's available, free agent this summer. Like, could we make it work? Would he be still that player? When we're a top team. So believe me, we talk about it all the time. But those are the checks and balances for us. They keep us, on the same line, making sure that when we become a contender that we're able to stay there, and it's not just a one-off and then we disappear for another 3, 4, 5 years. We want to sustain and keep it there.
I can't wait to watch this. We'll be reacting to it tomorrow. Make sure you check it out right here on the PHLY YouTube page tonight at 5 o'clock. And I got to tell you, you got to hit the like button just for the coverage PHLY is giving to hockey in this town. I have I've been recording them. Brenna's been editing them and posting them. I have been recording all these season previews with different Flyers voices around town. We've had Chris Jastrzemski, we've had Jason Martinez, Al Morgani. I recorded one with Ryan Gilbert from BSH today. We're going to be recording one with the Flyperbole guys, I believe, tonight.
Nice.
Obviously, this awesome video, this awesome long-form interview with the entire Flyers Brain Trust will be going up. The amount of hockey coverage you get here at PHLY blows everybody else out of the water. I don't know what else to say. We are we're the ultimate hockey destination here.
Not only the most, but also the best.
Yes. Quantity and quality.
Exactly.
All right. With that, let us move on to today's mailbag questions, Kelly Hinkle. We haven't done a mailbag in weeks. I wanted to get some questions from the people as we look ahead to Thursday's puck drop. I'm going to do this today and probably tomorrow too. We got a ton of questions, so I split it up. But we have some for today. Leading off with Ian J. Speaking of contracts that might be holding this team back, as Briere just mentioned, any chance Florida might approach Flyers for Couturier with the Barkov injury? If so, would the Flyers make a trade, and what would they want in return?
I don't think so.
Don't see Florida doing that. It's not the craziest idea if you really think about it, Ian. But what I would say is you look at guys with shorter term contracts and how that could maybe slide into that Barkov spot if they are to decide Barkov's out for the year. Now, they gave him the 6 to 8 month time frame.
Right.
But we know hockey players tend to come back fast.
Yeah.
And the technology is such that, like, torn ACLs aren't the end of the world anymore. It's not like he tore his Achilles or something.
Yeah.
Guys come back faster than that all the time. But let's say he is out for the season. They declare it. They get his money off the cap with LTIR. The speculation of, I don't know if it would be Malkin or Crosby or whoever, but a guy with shorter term contract, you get it for this year. And then guess who expires at the end of the season? Sergei Bobrovsky. So that $10 million, suddenly it replaces the other. And for at least the 2 years, you have some sort of leeway. They'd probably want to spend it on somebody else after that veteran contract expires. But I don't know if they'd be like, yes, let's commit almost $8 million to Sean Couturier until 2030.
Yeah,
I think they just want someone with a shorter deal.
Right, that's the thing. Even if Barkov is out for the entire year, why would you replace him with a guy that has 5 years left on a contract? It doesn't make any sense. And also, absolutely love Sean Couturier. I think he brings value to this team. I don't know that another team would look at his current rate of play and think that he brings a lot of value.
It's
one of those things.
I have optimism about Sean Couturier being at least as good as he was last year.
So do I.
But the thing about that is 40, 45 points and winning faceoffs isn't worth $8 million.
No, and unlike the Flyers, Florida has other people that can win faceoffs. So
yeah, so while even if he may be like a Barkov light at this point in his career, like we talked about on the prediction show last week, Kelly, you picked Sam Reinhart to win the Selke.
Yeah.
He finished second last year.
He's just going to do Barkov.
Like,
right.
They do kind of have someone to slide into that role. If I was them, I would probably be looking for more offense to replace Barkov's offense and Tkachuk's offense, because he ain't coming back till probably December. I wouldn't be shocked if he's out until a week before the Olympics, and then suddenly, here we are. Oh, he's healthy again.
I forgot he was hurt.
Yeah.
Thank you for reminding me.
Yes, yeah. Tkachuk is, I think they said December,
all right,
but I think it's going to be, Captain America over here.
He's not missing that.
I am ready to go for the Olympics.
Yeah.
You've been healthy for 2 months, dog. Who are you kidding?
They would have to amputate his leg. Even then, he would find a way. Yeah, he's not missing
He was too hurt to play in the gold game in the Four Nations and forced his way into the lineup and took 2 shifts? Like, he was too hurt to play in that game. He's not missing that's a fake tournament that got made up 6 months before it happened.
Not missing.
This is the Olympics. He'll be in that.
Yes.
But yeah, if I was them, I'd be looking to add more offense because we already have, one, a pretty stacked blue line, and two, the next best guy in terms of Selke votes last year.
Yeah.
All right, we don't have Barkov, but we have the guy who finished behind him.
Yeah.
I'd probably just be looking to add more offense.
Agreed.
All right. Next question from Kaitlyn K.
Kaitlyn K.
I seriously think someone... Go ahead.
Klapatauskas?
Yes.
Klapatauskas?
Sure.
I'm sure that's terrible, and I apologize.
Anyway, Kaitlyn K. I'm sorry, Kaitlyn, but I'm illiterate.
We're doing our best.
Have you ever thought about what a Cup win post-game show would look like?
Buddy.
Every day, Kaitlyn, we talk about this.
I can't even understand what, the show after a playoff series win.
Yeah.
We've never done that, Bill. Have we?
I was doing post-games during 2020, but that was,
that wasn't real?
in my basement in Philly
Yeah.
Was that even on camera? That was on camera. It was when we were
Must
on
have been.
Twitch. Remember?
Yeah.
That short period of time when we went from Facebook to Twitch, I believe.
Sounds right.
I didn't do one. I remember I just got drunk and mad when they lost to the Islanders, so there was no Game 7 post game that
I think
night.
that's fine.
But yeah, we talk about what it's going to be like when this team gets good all the time.
I don't know.
My dream post game show for if and when they win the Stanley Cup. We partner with a business that's on Broad Street, and we are either out front or right in their window up against the riot. Because if I can't participate in it, because I did choose this career, and now like it's actually a career, so I can't just skip it like I did in 2020.
Regrettably.
I want that spot. I want to be on Broad Street on that spot.
Actually, I just had a thought. You've done solo shows when you needed to. Since Charlie's not a fan anymore. He doesn't need to attend the riot on Broad Street. He can do a solo show.
There is 0% chance that's happening.
I know.
I honestly, I told one of our bosses a few like months ago, like he was, what are your goals? Where are you going to be? Where do you see yourself in 5 years? And I was like, I've never once thought of that. I never in my life have I thought 5 years into the future, but we're saying stuff. And I was like just different shows. And it's where like eventually the ideas I had became like Philadelphia and stuff. And I was like, but just know, like, you can't take Flyers away from me until they win the cup. And then when they do, no one's ever going to see me again. Yeah. That's going to be my last show.
That sounds right.
So we have at least 2 to 3 years, I would say. More of this as we're approaching our 10th season together, Kelly.
Our 10th season of saying 2 to 3 years.
Yeah, 2 to 3 years. We talk all the time about like, are they gonna have to find new people to do this show? Because we've never done it when they're good. Like we don't even know how to do that show.
I don't know if we know how to do it. I don't know if we know how to do it. I can't imagine what I will feel inside of my body when they win a Stanley Cup. Like, I don't know what will happen to me physically. I don't really drink. I would imagine that I will, and then it'll get weird. Like, I don't know. I can't wrap my brain around it. And I think it's because like I enjoy the Phillies and I enjoy the Eagles, but I do not have like a connection in my soul to those teams. So like while I enjoyed them winning and it was really fun, it wasn't like it might have been closer for you because you care about them way more. Like I just didn't feel like, all the way satisfied that I will with the Flyers. Like I don't know. I can't I don't know. I'll be very excited.
The idea of it is exciting. Like,
it's it.
Have we ever thought of it? Yes, constantly. All right. Dr. Bryzgalov asks, do you think any defenseman on the current roster can quarterback a power play better than Emil Andre? I don't. Drysdale looks like he is thinking and moving in slow motion out there. Emil moves the puck with confidence. I would say today, right now, he's right.
I don't disagree. Listen, man, I want Emil Andre on this team, and I don't understand why he isn't. I don't understand why the organization doesn't see what we see in him. But I mean, I guess it is what it is. I guess the hope is that Drysdale picks it up a little bit.
I do think the ceiling for a power play run by either Drysdale or York is higher. But that is very much facts, not in evidence.
No, you're right.
We have to build to that. Whereas right now, today, anyone in the organization who would be the best at it, probably Emil Andre.
Yeah.
I do agree with that.
Yeah, I don't disagree at all. And I really wish that we would get to see it. But I kind of figure, like you guys have said on shows before, until another one of the small guys is hurt, I don't think we're going to see him.
It is crazy a little bit to me. I guess because Emil Andre's waiver exempt, it's a little different.
Yeah.
But like we said, unless Drysdale or York are hurt, we might not see Emil Andre.
Yeah.
York is hurt. Dennis Gilbert is here. Like, this seems like the opportunity to get Emil Andre in the lineup. This is what happened at the beginning of last year. And like, granted, he didn't play, but he at least went on the road trip and made an NHL paycheck for a few weeks.
Do you think that's just because they had already
maybe because they already
choice on
assigned him?
Yeah.
I guess. I find it odd.
It is
that
odd.
These are like the specific set of circumstances under which
It's a good point.
we thought we would see Emil Andre. And even with these circumstances, at least for right now, like, yeah, I guess you might lose Dennis Gilbert on waivers, but like, boo-hoo?
Would you?
Boo-hoo if you do?
Who's taking
Like,
him?
I don't know. Honestly,
I
that's
don't even know who
who.
Dennis Gilbert is. Part of me wonders, like, okay, so we've been saying forever that can't really understand why Zamula has such a long leash on this team. But it seemed like they're towards the end of the preseason, Tocchet in particular was starting to be like, yeah, this dude kind of sucks.
Yeah.
I don't like that. I wonder how long of a leash. I wonder how long of a leash he's going to get in the actual regular season. Like, if he continues to look as bad as he did in the preseason, how long are we going to put up with that? With the defense as thin as it is, and then like, are you dumb enough to remove Zamula and insert Gilbert rather than calling up Andre? Like, there's a lot of decisions that could end up needing to be made that I don't know how this version of the Flyers front office with Tocchet in charge, I don't know what they'll do.
You know, just looking at this, it's like we just got done saying I don't think a trade is like imminent to improve the defense or change the defense's structure.
Yeah.
Maybe it is. Because, like, why wouldn't Andre? Andre is a better hockey player than anybody else, especially, like, after freaking the top 4 defensemen.
Yeah.
Like, he is just a better hockey player. Size aside, role aside, who's best at hockey? Emil Andre.
Yeah.
The fact that you have this injury to one of these guys, like, maybe it's sooner than we think. That's the only thing that can make it make sense to me is, like, Danny is currently working on a trade for a defenseman.
Maybe. I really hope it's not Bowen Byram.
No.
Is he good?
I feel
like he's the least good option to come out of the Sabres.
Yeah, but that's why you get him.
Which obviously that's why you get him, but like,
also,
do I want the least good Buffalo Sabres defenseman? Not really.
I would like to believe we could create an environment more susceptible to success, for lack of a better term. I can't think of the word I actually want. Than the freaking Buffalo Sabres, who haven't made the playoffs since 2011.
That's a bad time up there.
They fired Lindy Ruff, went a decade without him, and then decided to bring him back for funsies, and then went, this isn't a nostalgia hire.
Listen.
And it's like, well, no, I wouldn't think so, because he didn't win anything while he was there the first time.
Who are we to judge? Yeah. Bringing back a retread.
At least Rick Tocchet wasn't the coach 10 years ago.
Fair.
Yeah, he was on the network that aired the games, but at least he played here. But at least he didn't coach here. All right, we were late for this break. We're going to come back, answer some more questions. But first, I got to tell you about Crooked Tea, baby. Y'all remember when BG strip sacked the GOAT for the first Philly Super Bowl ever? Well, now BG is bringing us his Crooked Tea strip sack pack so we can savor the flavor. Yeah, it's big, it's heavy, and it's juicy. It's the kind of pack you want to show off. You already know Crooked Tea is 0 sugar and all flavor, and the strip sack pack is stuffed with 24 cans and collectible trading cards by Jordan Spector. Some cards are even signed by BG himself. Every case is packing heat. From the fridge to the tailgate, this is one sack you're gonna... From the fridge to the tailgate, this is one sack you're gonna be proud to display. So grab yours today at a store near you, or go on GoPuff. And for our guy BG, we have to send a shout out to the Philly area bars carrying Crooked Tea already. Thank you for showing the love. Sport and Social in Allentown, Garage Fishtown, City Tap in Logan Square, and Wicked Wolf on Chestnut. Go check them out for the game day or a night out and tell them that PHLY Sports sent you.
Should always be proud to show off a nice heavy sack.
And while we're here, I got to tell you, I forgot to do this before the show. While we're here, I got to tell you about Shady Rays, because you know the moment. You know the moment when you realize you left your favorite sunglasses at a gas station a few states away, or you're in the ocean, a wave hits you, and bang, Suddenly, it got a whole lot brighter, a whole lot faster. It sucks, and it might stop you from wearing your favorite sunglasses. I know it's happened to me countless times. That is until I discovered Shady Rays, because not only does Shady Rays make durable, awesome-looking, and inexpensive sunglasses, but they have the best protection plan in all of eyewear. If you lose or break a pair, even on day one, don't sweat it, because Shady Rays sends you replacements. No guilt trip. No, okay, prove you lost them, broke them, whatever. Nope. They just replace them right then and there. And we've teamed up with Shady Rays to bring you an exclusive offer. Head to shadyrays.com and use code PHLY for 35% off polarized sunglasses. Try for yourself. The shades rated 5 stars by over 300,000 people.
Those orange ones are sick.
They are cool.
I like them.
I might take these for myself. These are like not a pair I own. We just keep them
Now
here
you do.
for reads, but they might be coming with me. I dig them. Anyway.
Anyway.
What a day. It's fun when Charlie's not here. I'm going to be honest. I love working with Charlie.
We love Charlie, but he's a serious man.
It's just a little looser.
Yeah.
It's just a little looser.
I don't want him to yell at me.
He's a serious man. All right. Let's go to a question from WTBA. Asks, do we think the preseason shootout success bodes well for the upcoming season? We went 6-3 in shootouts last year despite the awful goaltending. Are we finally a good shootout team, a good team shootout wise? And I'd say when you go 6-3, you're already a good shootout team. But it's been trending this way for a few years because despite Sam Erson's many flaws, he's been good in shootouts. And now we have Trevor Zegras, we have Matvei Michkov, we have Bobby Brink, we have Travis Konechny, who's really improved in breakaways and shootouts the last couple of years. Sean Couturier, not a bad career percentage. He can score on some shootout. Like, they have a lot of options for guys who can actually score, and you have a pretty interesting stat. It's wild.
I don't think any of us can have really comprehended just how good Trevor Zegras is at shootouts. If you're so inclined, on BroadStreetHockey.com, there is an article about this exact thing. Trevor Zegras is a full 20 percentage points better on average in shootouts than the next Flyer, historically. Yeah, Jordan Wheel. Jordan Wheel.
My boy Jordan Wheel.
Of course it's Jordan Wheel.
KHL superstar.
He's sitting at 45.5% lifetime. Trevor Zegras is 61.9% in his career on shootouts.
TJ Oshie's 45%, I think.
61. So here's the thing. If these idiots somehow stumble their way through a bunch of overtimes, which we know they're gonna, because they always do.
Yeah, it's their thing.
You kind of have what is it called in golf when you get a handicap?
Yeah.
Yeah. You already got one scored pretty much. You just put Zegras out there, he's probably going to score. So all you need is Erson to lock it up like he tends to do on shootouts, and then you need one more dude that can score a goal, and you're probably going to win. So it's I don't know. And that's one of the things where it's because the East is so bad. If the Flyers pick up a bunch of garbage shootout win points, they could fall ass backwards into a wild card spot.
I very much
on that alone.
I very much believe going 10-0 in shootouts is in the cards as a path to the playoffs for them. Loser points and picking up that extra point in shootouts. I think if they lose some games in overtime instead of regulation, and they do what we think they can do in shootouts, this could be a 93, 94 point team, and
which
not
will be
typically good enough.
Hilarious.
But also Montreal made it with 91. The East isn't very good.
It will be so funny if they make the playoffs on the back of shootout
On the back
wins.
of 3-on-3 and shootouts, things that don't happen in the playoffs.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do think I've always been a fan of the shootout, and I do believe the shootout in this town would have a higher acceptance rate if the Flyers weren't absolutely horrible at them for most of the last 20 years. I think they've only had 3 seasons where they've had a winning record in shootouts.
Yeah, they're not good at them.
And it's been around since 05-06.
But also on the other side of the coin, we were talking about at the start of the show, you look at that defense and it's terrifying.
Yeah.
The goaltending is incredibly sus. I don't know what's going to happen there. It could be a little bit better than last season. It could be just as bad. I don't know. If these idiots play themselves out of a lottery pick on the back of shootout wins and they end up like 13th or 14th, I'm going to be very upset.
Yeah.
Because, the lottery's the lottery. You might win it. And if the team's going to be bad, just don't be any better than the Islanders last year. That's all you need to do.
You have to be 10th or better.
Yeah.
Or is it 11th?
11th. I think it's 11th.
I think it's 11th.
Yeah.
You can move up 10 spots. I don't know if that includes your own. No, that wouldn't make sense. So I think 11th. You can get to 1 still.
Yeah.
It's a possibility.
I don't know.
All right. Let's go to Kyle Adams. Says, after the poor performance of some defensemen trying to make the roster, I'm reminded that the Flyers don't have any high-end prospects on defense aside from maybe Bonk. Will they focus on that position in early rounds of future drafts? I hate the idea of focusing on a position in drafts. I do think they need to address it, like we talked about with trades, in second, third round picks. Sure, if you think a position of need is something you want to address. I just think that's how you end up with Sam Morin in the first round.
Yeah, I mean, they got a couple of guys this draft.
Yes.
Next Pronger, Carter Amico.
Of course.
I forget. Wasn't there one other defenseman?
Yeah, I can't remember.
I can't remember either.
But I do think they're going to focus on it, but maybe just not like, oh, first round pick, we have to do this.
No. And if anything, I think they're going to have an overarching, it seems like the way that they're going to approach drafts is to have like an overarching strategy. Like clearly this year it was size and toughness. I would imagine that they'll go into other drafts with a similar kind of overarching thing and not necessarily like we have to get a defense, but we want to get this type of player. And then you take the best player available that fits your whatever weird little box you're trying to tick off.
Yeah. And I think that's what they've done. I do think maybe they reached a little on Luchanko for center, but also they seem to legitimately love Jett Luchanko. We talked about a couple shows ago. They were like, oh no, he had such a good year. He's not going to be available. Like they were like rooting against him actively leading into that draft because they thought he was going to go early. And some people think maybe they reached, but they don't think so.
No.
But I do love like, yeah, man, we need centers, but also Porter Martone might be the second or third best player in this draft. We're taking him.
Yeah.
Like, I appreciate that. And so I hope they don't just focus on one thing specifically.
No.
But they do need defensemen. We just showed you the list. It's not good.
It's bad.
All right. I got to tell you before we get to one more question and then some super chats about our Anaheim road trip. That's right. We are going with Philly Sports Trips out to Anaheim, March 17th and 22nd. We are going to see a Ducks game in Anaheim. We are going to see a Kings game at what I will always refer to as the Staples Center. Yeah.
It's not?
It's the crypto.com arena or
God,
something.
Staples Center.
But it'll always be Staples in our hearts. We will be having a watch party for the San Jose game. 2 tickets to 2 games, a watch party, and guess who's coming with us? John LeClair, Flyers legend, Flyers Hall of Famer. John LeClair will be joining us on this trip. PHLY and Philly Sports Trips have teamed up in the past. They helped us with our draft party, which is a resounding success.
It was
the best one we've ever done. They sent us to Montreal last year, an amazing trip. This is going to be a great time. You're going to want to get in on it. Go to allphly.com, click the events tab, and get your deposit down. After you get your deposit down, you can pay over, I believe, like 3 months, so you can split it up a little bit.
Christmas
and
present.
it's a great, treat yourself, don't cheat yourself. Get yourself a little holiday present. Perhaps the Flyers fan in your life, get them a really, really awesome gift as well. But whatever it is, allphly.com, Philly Sports Trips headed to Anaheim.
It's gonna roll.
All right, let's get one more in here. Let's go to Crud Muddler, just because I like saying his name. What excuse is more likely to ensure my boss lets me leave early to get to the home opener on time? I have explosive diarrhea, or I'm no longer qualified for this position.
No. It's always the first one.
Yeah, I would say.
No one asks a single follow-up question.
Also, until maybe Bryna started working with us, I don't know if I've ever met a single qualified person for any position.
No one's qualified for anything.
Not a single person is
all
qualified for the
faking.
job they have.
No.
Everyone is faking it. Your boss is like, yeah, me neither, dog.
Yeah.
Join the club. So go with the first one. Absolutely. Where are we at on Super Chats? Do we have any? 3. All right. So let's hit the Super Chats. See where we are after that. All right. JH. JH, of course, had his heart broken
know,
by
poor JH.
the Connor McDavid signing. Today, he says, PHLY Sports is on fire. Run while you can. Bill, do what you feel. Okay. I appreciate it. I don't know. I don't know what this means, but
Philly
awesome.
Sports is on
Awesome,
fire.
JH.
Yeah.
We are all feeling for you after the McDavid signing.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
But it
your
really,
loss.
Charlie did make a good point because I did want to see if we could talk about that today.
Mhm.
It actually may help their cause. Like, the Flyers are probably not getting Connor McDavid. Nobody is probably getting Connor
Right.
McDavid. But
31 teams will not.
if he is going to leave in 3 years, that is much more in line with, like, if the only thing that matters is winning to him. Coming here in July would probably be a pretty tough sell. Coming here July 3 years from now, hopefully there's a much clearer path to him getting a Stanley Cup.
And also, I think I saw someone put on Blue Sky post that made me laugh. This is the we'll stay together until the kids go to college
Yeah.
contract. Like, he's very clearly leaving if they don't win.
Yeah.
Like, he's like, you have 3 years,
Clock starts today.
get it done.
Yeah.
Or I'm out of here.
Yes.
So that helps us a little bit too, because it's a little bit more guaranteed that he's going to be leaving Edmonton.
Now, Friedman talked about it today. Like, he has set up a situation for himself. Like, one, by taking it down to, like, you know, the eve of the season. It's can't be taking McDavid for granted. I know everyone just resigns and no one ever goes anywhere, but maybe I'm not as content as you think I am.
You can
But
find a great
also,
house anywhere.
At the end of these 3 years, he will have spent 13 years in Edmonton. No, I know it's insane that we've been doing this long. But, like, after 13 years in one place, now, yeah, like, if I'm an Oilers fan, I'm complaining if he leaves because that's my prerogative as a fan. But it's like, to a rational human being, the man spent 13 years there. He's moving on.
Yeah.
You can't really blame him for that, you know?
Especially if they never win.
And now, since he's taken such a discount at $12.5 million, when he's like, all right, time to get my 20% somewhere, maybe even a tax-free state, you can't blame him.
No, not at all. Yeah,
Kelly moving on from the tax-free.
Yeah, he is given that extremely not very well run franchise a golden opportunity.
Imagine.
It's almost like having a player on an entry level contract. Like, you have Connor McDavid at $12 million.
Yeah, like, you have 130
The cap
points.
is going all the way to the sky. Like, you better do something with it.
It's insane that he re-upped for the same number.
They're so stupid.
Whatever.
You gotta get your bag, boys.
I guess it's his job to manage the cap too for them.
I guess.
But
I
it
hope
is
I hope
crazy
it works
that,
out for him.
like Draisaitl is at 14. Kaprizov goes all the way to 17.
I know.
And he goes, I'll give you 2 more at 12.5, but then we're done. I'm not doing this anymore. You have to win a cup at this steep a discount.
I really hope
All
it
right,
works out.
a
for him.
couple more here from Senor Miguel. Senor says, entirely incompetent to think this team can compete now. Top 3 picks should be the goal. Simple as that. Trade Coots, acquire more picks, rebuild.
Okay, who said
You
they
can't
were competing
trade-
right now?
You can't trade Coots.
Yeah, you can't trade that
He makes
guy.
almost $8 million.
I need
He's
to
got
tell
no
you.
move clause.
Yeah, you can't trade him. Even if he didn't have a no move clause and you could trade him, you would have to retain for 5 years.
Yeah,
That's
So-
dumb.
it's not happening.
So none of those things are happening. I don't think anybody here in this room thinks the Flyers are competing now.
The goal is to be better this year.
The goal is it's not even for the team to be better. The goal is for individual players to be better. If that leads to the Flyers as a whole being better, cool. But, like, I need Tyson Forrester to be better. I need Owen Tippett to be better. I need Matvei Michkov, as good as he was, to be better. Like, everyone needs to be better individually is more important in my mind for where they are right now than the actual team getting more points in the standings.
Also, we just showed that preview of the thing that debuts in like a minute.
Yeah. We better wrap it up.
Anthony just asked the question.
Yeah.
do you feel pressure to do it quicker? He said, no, we feel
No.
pressure to do it right.
Yeah.
They're not rushing.
They're not rushing it.
All right, from JH, as we trigger overtime, head to allphly.com to finish the show. Another one here from JH says, I hear Arison slander, and I will not stand for it.
Fight me, bro.
Listen, he's been bad. I think he's good in shootouts, but like his results have been very, very bad. Some of the worst, in fact.
Yeah. Make me look dumb, Sam. Right
right.
now, I say you stink.
Finally, from Timbo Slice, baseball is dead to me after the Yankees completely blew up this past weekend. So
No.
here's to hockey being back.
I kind of enjoyed that the Yankees completely blew it. It's really funny to me personally.
And that is all the time we have for you on PHLY Flyers today. Thank you all for listening. Thank you for hanging out. Make sure you stay tuned right here on the YouTube page. It looks like, based on the real time, it has already begun. So
Go
tune
watch
in.
it.
Operation Orange and Black. Anthony Gargano sits down with the entire Flyers Brain Trust. You're not going to want to miss it. Make sure you're following us on all the socials. We're at PHLY_Flyers on Twitter. Follow the podcast as well. Just search PHLY Flyers. I am Bill Matz. That's Kelly Hinkle. Thank you to Brenna for producing. Be excellent to each other.
We all silly like the mayor.